Ladies and gentlemen, to video 4 in the Hardcore Iron Man series. So in this episode, we're going to get either Recipe for Disaster completed or all the prerequisites and requirements done. So we're first going to go for 70 cooking, 59 magic and 53 thieving. So yeah, let's go. That's 53 thieving coming in. We're going to go get 59 magic now. 59 magic coming in. We did it at Fire Giants so we could get some Slayer XP. So now we've got the Slayer level to do Animal Magnetism as well. So yeah, on to the next thing, what will be 70 cooking. So, welcome to the black screen. Well, today there was an interesting bug where people could loot T-bows. So anything I've done within the last 3 hours is going to be rolled back. What has took them a hell of a long time to make that decision. It could have only been, 30 minutes of progress rolled back, but they've decided a couple hours later to finally roll back. Yeah, so I'm going to have to regrind out 59 magic and then get the 3 or 4 cooking levels I had already gained at Mess Hall. Can't say I'm best pleased, but I guess for the integrity of the game, it's what's needed. It's just a bit annoying that it's took them so long to roll back instead of doing it half an hour after the actual bug. Yeah, so I guess when we get back, we'll be back at Fire Giants, we'll get back to 59 and then we'll go back to the Mess Hall. So yeah, it's going to be fun. So we're back on and we're back to being 20k to 59 magic. Well, I guess it's time to get it again. And there we go for the second time today, 59 magic. Back to the range in Hasidius for 70 cooking. That's 70 cooking coming in after plenty of hours of cooking plus a few extra thanks to the rollback. So now it's on to completing the quests and the pre-quests for Recipe for Disasters and Reserve all stats. That's Animal Magnetism done. We now have the Ava's Attractor. That's Underground Pass done. We've unlocked the Iban Staff. To be honest, that quest is really easy when you've got 70 agility. I think I fell once. And because of the thieving, I can use a shortcut there as well. So yeah, I think that only took me about half an hour or so to do. Well, it's not too bad. So yeah, I definitely recommend 70 plus agility for that, just to make your life a lot easier. And now we've got the staff. We can upgrade it using 200k to have, I think 1,500 or 2,500 charges. And then that's going to be our main weapon when we start Barrows, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to need a little bit more cash because I need 200k or so to upgrade my Ibans. I need to buy my full rune, and I need some other supplies like runes and stuff. So we're going to go back to the agility pyramid. We're going to do a couple hours there and get maybe 400k or so. Should get us 71, 72 agility, so that'll at least fill a requirement for Matania diary task. That's the first trip done at Agility Pyramid. We made 350k and we're 7k from level. Let's go for another trip. That's our kitten growing into our cat. I think we're going to trade the first one in for Death Rooms for Iban's Blast, because that'll help us save a little bit of money. And we've got lots of quests to do anyway, so we'll be able to grow another one in no time. .71 agility coming in, and that's the Mauritania hard requirement done. So let's keep pushing it. That's the second trip done at Agility Pyramid. We made 300k this time. We got halfway to 72 agility, so let's go on a spending spree. 200k spent to upgrade the Iban Staff to 2,500 charges from 150. Now let's go buy full rune. Horror from the Deep. Now we're about to finish Troll Stronghold. Troll Stronghold done. That's another requirement for Desert Treasure out the way. That's the Family Crest quest done. The end boss was pretty easy, even though it's in the wilderness, no trouble. What we're going to do with these gauntlets is we're actually going to put them into the Chaos Gauntlets, and it just gives us a higher max hit with Chaos rune spells on them, so we can use it while we're getting the Ice Gem. So when our stats are lowered, it doesn't really matter, so we're not going in using like the blast spells. So while the stats are lowering, we've got a little bit of time before we have to super restore. So Firebolt, I'm not sure how many it adds, maybe 2 or 3 max hits, but it'll definitely make a difference when killing the Ice Gem. That's the Taurus trap complete. We got 2 levels in smithing from that, and I think it's only Temple of Ikov left to do, but for that we need 40 range, so we're going to go grind out 40 range, get Temple of Ikov done, get Desert Treasure done, and then we're ready to actually go and start Recipe for Disaster. Well, after we've grinded about 50 more quest points. Hill Giants on Zaya, we're going to get 40 range and then we can complete the rest. 40 range, we now need to go grind Young Implings to get a U-bow so we can actually fire the ice arrows for Temple of Ikov. Got the U longbow off the Implings, it didn't take us many, so that's not bad. On to doing Temple of Ikov then. Temple of Ikov done, onto Desert Treasure, then we've got all the requirements for Recipe for Disaster done, apart from the quest points. Shades of Morton complete. Hands layer complete. We can now go kill the zombies inside to get a mud rune drop and then do the Eyes of Glory. Start of a new day. We've just done the Enter the Abyss minigame, get us 9 rune crafting. We now need to get to 13 and then make mud runes to do the Eyes of Glory. That's the Eyes of Glory quest done. We got loads of rune crafting XP. We've got from 13 to 25. Some magic XP, so we're nearly 60 magic. What I'm trying to do is do the quest that give me mage XP, because I want 61 magic before I do Desert Treasure, so I can get to Trollheim pretty fast without having to traipse through the cave. So yeah, we're probably going to go do the Watchtower quest now, unlock the Watchtower teleport and get some magic XP from that quest as well. The Watchtower quest complete. That's the Watchtower teleport unlocked, and that should be 60 magic, so we need 1 more magic level and we're only 16k away. I might actually go kill the greater demons in the ogre dungeon to hopefully get a runeful helm drop, what will help us until we get a black mask. So yeah, let's go. 61 magic coming in. We can now teleport to Trollheim once we've unlocked the teleport, so let's go get it done, then we can do Desert Treasure. That's the Edgaru's quest done. We got 42 Herblore from that. We've unlocked the teleport to Trollheim spell. So what we're going to go do now is go do Desert Treasure. That's the Blood Diamond. With the Iron's Blast, it's just ridiculous. It's so strong. Hitting like 25s and stuff. It's so easy to do. So yeah, 3 more diamonds to go. That's the Shadow Diamond collected. Onto the final one, the Ice Diamond, the one I hate the most. In the Ice Diamond, because your stats reduce, what we're going to actually do is use Chaos spells, because then that gives us time to use them before our stats reduce below too much to actually cast them. And we're actually going to use the Chaos Gauntlets, and I think it adds 3 max hits, so you're 1 hit below using a blast spell, so it should make the fight go a lot easier. That's the Ice Diamond. That's all 4 diamonds. We can now go do the Pyramid and finish the quest. Treasure done. That's all the requirements for Recipe for Disaster done, apart from some quest points, so we're going to go get some quests done, and then we'll bang out Recipe for Disaster. Elemental Workshop 2 complete, nice chunk of smithing and crafting XP coming in, gets us 45 smithing and 45 crafting. Done, one of the most annoying quests in the game. Friend done. That's Making History complete. That's Fremennik Trials done. What we're trying to do is try get the high quest point quests done, because we need 16 more quest points and then we'll get the last 5 needed from actually doing the sub quest Recipe for Disaster. I'm also trying to do quests what are going to help me out in the future. So like this now, I can do Fremennik Isles and unlock the Nay It's Not Helm. So yeah, let's continue. Fight Arena quest done, 2 more quest points. That leaves us 14 quest points and then we can do Recipe for Disaster. Search of the Mayaquis completed. I've never been so happy. That's the first time I've ever got across the bridge in Olaf's quest. The very first time without falling a million times. That is some bloody RNG's, look there. And that's Olaf quest done. That unlocks brine rats for when we're 47 Slayer, so after Recipe for Disaster we'll be getting that, because then we can start seaweed farming. That's Haziel Cult done, only 10 more quest points to go, then the Recipe for Disaster. Shopping Catcher done, 8 more quest points needed. Story quest done, 6 more quest points to go. That's the Tower of Life quest complete. I actually only need 1 more quest point before I can do a Recipe for Disaster. I worked it out wrong, you get 8 from doing the sub quests. So we're going to find 1 more easy quest to do it, and then we're going to go complete Recipe for Disaster and unlock the Barrow's Gloves. That's the Tale of Righteous done, and that's all the quest points we need, so now we can go do Recipe for Disaster. Warfried. So I've had to mute the audio on the next couple clips because I was actually streaming at the time, so I had music on, and also I don't want to get copyrighted. So yeah, so what we're going to do on the next clips is we're just going to go through all the sub quests and get them all completed, and then do the final boss. There was a little oopsie at the final boss clip where I had Signal stream on the background, but I put a little title card beforehand, so you know you'll have a bit of Signal in the background.
Guys, where it unties frame rate from the game engine, that'd be great, mate. Or the game's physics, sorry. Yes, I might get that then.
And there we go, that's Recipe for Disaster done. The first fight, Agrif Nana, was a bit of a struggle. Took me a few attempts, and then which one was it? Caramel was a bit of a struggle because I was doing it at range, but when I stood closer, that was so easy. Recoils helped a lot. So yeah, it's not too bad to do. I didn't really come close to dying. Gelatinous Mother was easier than I thought. I think last time I struggled on that one, but this time it just didn't hit me. But yeah, I say Caramel was probably the hardest one, and I nearly died a couple times. Managed to tab out at like 7 HP on one because I was trying to switch weapons and all that type of stuff. So yeah, that's Recipe for Disaster done. Time to get on the Slayer grind and get the Dragon Defender.